Starting. We are having. There we go. Holy crap. Okay, now we are. Now we're on board. Everybody's good. Looks like we're up and running. It's up and running. Let's see. Yeah, everything's good. Everybody here. Checking. Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Everybody checked out? Oh, there's Kevin. Kevin is there. Good evening, buddy. Boop, 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 boop. We got two viewers. I'm guessing the other one is Stephanie. Oh, there's Shannon. Hey, Shannon. There's Steph with her bees and badgers. Yeah, we were having some issues earlier, folks, a couple minutes ago, and it did not want to go live. So I'm not sure what's going on. Is it still going? Okay. Anyhow, Facebook has not been friendly to me lately. I've been trying to make a good evening, Bobby. I've been trying to make a reel for last night's podcast, the Christmas special for Tunes on Tuesday, and it will not let me make a reel for it. So I usually use those reels to rope people in from TikTok and from Instagram to either watch it on here or watch the full show on YouTube. And it will not let me make a reel out of the stuff. Hey Jessica, thank you for coming. Wouldn't miss this next chapter. Well, it's good because it kind of explains everything, and it will. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much on this one, but yeah, this is not the longest chapter. It's probably the shortest one. But yeah, it's good because it kind of just pieces stuff together, and then people can kind of figure out what's going on and what our dear Mr. BroadMeadow needs to do to get home. So, anyhow, just to kind of give you guys some insight on how my brain works, I have a lot. I'm very low energy tonight, and I don't know if it's because last night's show was a high energy. It was a lot of energy last night, but I I had a pretty messed up dream, and so the dream is I Steph wanted to cut my head off with a machete, and I was gonna let her, and she tried cutting through my neck, and she couldn't get through my neck with the machete, and so she gave it to me, and she said, "Well, fine, you can cut my my head off." And so I just slit her throat with the machete, and I said, "There, now we're even." And then we just went about our day. It was yeah, could be a story someday. I don't know. I have no idea what that dream was even about, but yeah, there's a peek inside my head. So, anyhow, yeah, so welcome to tonight's horror hump day. Uh Most of you guys that are here are you guys know how things go. It's I read you guys a short story or a chapter from one of my published works, and we kind of just keep it going like that every Wednesday. It used to be Apocalypse Hump Day, where we were kind of going through the zombie apocalypse, and now it's just a short horror story. So all fair in love and war. That's right, Bobby. It is. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, tonight is gonna be a short chapter, but we'll chat a little bit after we're done here. If you're just joining us for the first time, because we do have over 20 new followers on the page, which is friggin' awesome. So I thank a lot of you guys for bringing them on board. Um, I have to apologize for last night, even though it was a lot of fun. The sound quality was pretty bad, but at least we know for next time, right, or next year, or whenever we do something like that again, using our PA equipment, Bobby's PA equipment. So, but yeah, I didn't like the sound of the guitar, and we sounded pretty muffled. And I believe Chuck made a comment saying that it was really distorted when I was eating the mic, when I was talking up close, just like this on it. So, but I'm used to, on that mic, I'm used to kind of eating the mic when I'm singing. So, yeah, it's just something that we have to get used to, and we'll figure it out. So, and maybe that's why it won't let me make a reel of last night's show, because it thought it sucked. I don't know. I liked it. I had a good time. It was a really good time. So I thank all you guys for coming out for that one, because y'all know how I feel about Christmas. So, but tonight's story, Shaman, is taken from my book, Sleepwalker. Um, and the story is basically about a couple of high school buddies that are in their 50s now, and they're hunting. They're out deer hunting in northern Minnesota. And our hero, Bo BroadMeadow, falls asleep in his deer stand. And he ends up slipping through like a wormhole or a thin spot in time space. And he's been on quite an adventure trying to get back home. He's dealt with a Wendigo. He's dealt with a pandemic. He's dealt with an Old West vampire. He, Rutro the Grinch, right? He's dealt with a virus in outer space, and he's also dealt with a nest of reptoid aliens who were taking over the town of Grand Rapids, Minnesota. So, last that we were checked in with Jeff and Bo, they were on board the USV Alsubier, the world's first faster than light starship, and they were taking it on a test run. And yeah, things went awry, and the station went kaput, and he had to make an emergency landing on Earth, and he ended up crashing into a wind turbine. And that's where we pick up here with Shaman. So let's just jump right on into the story, shall we? I think we shall. A little taste of coffee. All right. Shaman. Light blazed all around Bo. It was so bright he thought his retinas were going to detach. He began to feel exhaustion cover him like a wet, heavy blanket. As his eyes began to get heavy, he felt a hand clamp onto his forearm. "Wake up!" a voice said. "Wake up, sleepwalker! You must open your eyes now!" Bo opened his eyes, and the bright light blinked away, and the feeling of falling left him suddenly as he hit a patch of ground. Bo was in a large teepee, dimly lit by a fire in the middle that glowed green, painting the walls with its ominous light. "What the fuck just happened?" Bo said, looking around. "Where am I?" "Where are you indeed?" came an ancient voice from the other side of the fire. "Who are you? And how did I—" "Why don't you tell me who you are, or who you think you are?" Bo sat there staring at the fire, trying to gather his thoughts. I'm Lieutenant Bo BroadMeadow of the United Space Fleet. I think. Or is it the Siren Police Department? I I I don't know. What's happening to me? You are a sleepwalker. A, a sleepwalker? The old man sprinkled dust into the fire. Bright green sparks flew from its embers, and the flames began to form shapes. The first one was the Wendigo. Do you remember this? The old man asked. That's... Bo's skin began to shiver, and goosebumps poked out of his flesh. The Wendigo. Correct. The demon you've encountered in your dreams. Is that what this is? A dream? It's more than a dream. You've wandered through a thin spot. I recall hearing about them, but I never really... Our people talk about them to our children. They're thin membranes that stand between one reality and another. We invoke thin spots when we do our ceremonies, to peek into the other side, or to ask our ancestors questions. But these thin spots sometimes allow things to pass from one reality to the next. The Wendigo is one of those things. You are another, Bo finished. I pulled you from your sleepwalk. I must be there at the right moment, or I could tear apart your soul. So, is this my reality? No. I am a watcher. I guard the realms from letting anything pass through these thin spots. We are in a nexus, a place that sits between all realities. No offense, man, but you're doing a really crummy job. There are others like me, and we cannot catch all that walk in between the realms. When the Wendigo takes hold of reality, it is hard to catch them. You cannot look them in the eye, or you yourself will become a flesh-eating demon. That is the same with the skinwalkers. Vampires. Vampires, Bo says, remembering. I had a dream about this woman. She... Yes, that is when I first found you. That was my own reality, and my tribesmen told me there was a sleepwalker that was being fed upon by a jumlin. What is a jumlin? White men call them vampires, and I guess that is about as good an explanation as any. But the jumlin began long ago, when a shaman, like myself, couldn't produce children. He cursed the Creator and began to worship darker things. This transformed him into a jumlin, drinking the blood of the Creator's children, impregnating them, propagating them throughout Turtle Island. So, Eva was a jumlin? When I got word of you, I reached out into the ether. She was not only feeding on you, but she was feeding on every one of you in every reality. It is no wonder she found you so delectable. Bo cringed. How long will this go on? I feel as if I'm gonna go mad, Bo asked. This is why we must get you back to where you belong. If you keep fading from one reality to the next, you will eventually cease to exist in every reality. And if that happens, it triggers a catastrophe for everyone. Realities must reset themselves, and so everyone and everything that exists in all realities vanishes, blinks out of existence, then restarts without you in the equation. Do you have any idea how hard this is to swallow? Is it? I've tracked your realities. Part of you wakes up. You begin to question details of the world you're in. Names, details, events. You forget most of your original life in every reality, but certain things seem to trigger your original consciousness. This is the key to finding your way back. Remembering who I really am? Yes. The old man hands him something wrapped in deerskin. Take this. Bo unties the sinew cord and opens what looks to be a talisman. It is a pipestone carved in the shape of a dream catcher. There are tiny colored stones in the middle, with an owl feather hanging below it. This talisman, the old man continues, will keep you awake when you travel. When you cross over, you will only have memories of that life. But touch this talisman, and your original memories will return to you. How do I use that knowledge to return home? You must find the original thin spot. Going through it while you have your original memories will bring you back. You must go through it awake. Do you understand? Yes, I think so. Take hold of the talisman and remember who you really are. Bo closes his hand around the pipestone dream catcher. My name is Bo BroadMeadow. I am a retired police officer from the Black Earth Reservation. I work part-time for the Siren, Minnesota PD. I'm divorced with 2 children, Libby and Kathy. I was hunting this morning, not from a stand, but I was hunkered down in the weeds. I was with my best friend, Jeff Eastman. And it's McDonald's, and it's Uber, and it's Lyft, and it's CDC. As Bo recited what he could remember of his original life, the flames got higher. The heat was becoming unbearable. He squeezed his eyes shut while still shouting memories of his reality. His hair began to blow back, and he could feel the flames lick at his skin. "Oh my God!" he shouted. "I can't take this anymore!" And that is the end of Shaman. So there you go, guys. I told you it'd be a short one. Yeah, I had to put something in there to kind of tie everything together. So that is the end of that one. The next story is called Atomic Sunrise. That is a story that I have read to you guys before during our Apocalypse Humpdays. So I'll be rereading it to you again, and not until I get back from Florida. So next week, there will be no Tunes for Tuesday, and there will also be no Horror Hump Day. On Christmas Day, I will have a pre-recorded live reading. Well, I guess it won't be live. It's a pre-recorded reading of the story Midnight Dreary, which is in my new book out there called Thin Spots. And yeah, so it's called Midnight Dreary. And basically, if you guys remember the story, Anti-Claus is coming to town, which I read maybe a month ago. And I also read it last year for the 2023 Christmas holiday special. This is the origin story of the Anti-Claus. So there's a lot of history, actual history in this story, and also a lot of lore about Saint Nicholas that has been told from one generation to the next. So there's a bit of truth into it, and I threw in a bit of fantasy and a little bit of horror in there for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's story. Yeah, so I guess I won't see you guys for like a week. So, but I hope that you guys all have a great Christmas next week. Whether you're spending it with friends or family, I know it can be a sad time for some of you out there, because we've lost some dear ones. And my only hopes is that you hold on to those memories, the good ones that you have, those that are gone, and try to enjoy yourself as much as you can, because that's what they'd want for us, is to enjoy it. So, and that's what I want for you guys, to enjoy your holidays, however you celebrate it. And I'm hoping to see y'all next year in the new year. I'm guessing. Don't talk bad about Santa. You are gonna enjoy next week's story, Bobby. I'm just gonna say you're gonna enjoy it. Yeah. So anyhow, folks, I will see you guys all next year. I might do, I don't know, I might do a live stream from Florida, somewhere with my phone or whatever, and check in with you guys, see how you're all doing. But otherwise, I'm on vacation next week. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Love y'all. Mwah. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and safe travels. Thank you very much, Shannon. And Shannon, yes, I still have your book. It's signed, and I got to get it to you, and we will figure that out here as we go on. So, I think Kevin is coming this way, out this way. And I don't know what kind of a drive it is for you, but maybe, the three of us could meet up too. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll keep you posted on the DMs. So, all right, you guys. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Love y'all. Thank you, Beth. Merry Christmas to you. Thanks, Kevin, Shannon, Jessica, Steph, all y'all who all come out here, even those of you sitting in the background there just watching and liking and sharing. So, appreciate it. Mwah. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm out. 22 minutes. Huh. How bib a dat.